As we know, we're preparing for this major battle between the Warriors of the Night and also the Killer Clowns, expected to meet up apparently over there in California, and the two groups are going to be clashing sooner or later. However, before we even talk about that, though, we turn our focus and attention to a particular scary and very bizarre video from a killer clown himself, who actually explained his life story as to why he actually believed that it would have been better for him to be a killer clown than to actually be a normal human being. And this man, of course, actually talks about his own life, and he talks about his friends and so forth, and how he grew up to be a killer clown this way, of course. So we're going to go ahead and play you that video, but just go ahead and keep in mind, when you listen to this, just listen to his demeanor. We'll talk about that after.
Growing up, I realized I didn't have many talents. I couldn't really talk to the other kids, socialize with them as a kid my age should. By the time I was 7, my mom had already told me I was a failure in life, even though I didn't even start life yet, which was kind of ironic. But I used to be bullied a lot too. Actually, getting beat up on the daily. Didn't have a lot of friends. I only used to talk to myself. I had an imaginary friend once, but my mom used to tell me to get rid of him because I just used to act kind of creepy. She would disown me a lot of times, not even wanting to be there for me. Who would want to be there for a strange kid like me, though, I guess? But that's only the beginning. As I got older, I realized I was just a clown to everyone. So I kind of came to an understanding that if I'm gonna be a clown to everyone, then everyone's gonna be afraid of this clown. Because, yeah, they just are. I put on a nice little red nose, painted my face all white, and I used to go outside and catch my victims one by one. And see what I would do to them. I would knock them out and put them in my clown truck and then drive off. You never suspected anything. Not from a clown like me. No. Not from Bubbles.
So you know exactly what I'm talking about, right? The demeanor that I was referencing in the beginning of the video. If you heard the video, if you heard the message, you can tell that this man sounded as if he actually was very proud to be a part of the Killer Clowns. He was very ecstatic to be a part of a group, a hellacious group that is looking to destroy every single person right in front of them. And you heard at the beginning, though, when he was talking about his life, he sounded dejected, of course. He talked about how he was an outcast. He talked about the people who would bully him and how his mother wasn't really the nicest to him. And yet he turned to the Killer Clowns, and it's almost as if his demeanor changed completely. And now he is a killer clown among thousands of others out there. And that's the typical story, though, how these killer clowns feel deep down inside that they were rejected, that they actually were harassed and bullied and outcasted, hence the reason why they believe to group up as a team to, I guess, purge the world. But seriously, I mean, come on now. There is absolutely no way, there is no reason at all for these killer clowns to go out there and join this group. Seriously, it's the most ridiculous thing in the entire world. A killer clown, there is no way anybody would be turning into that, because these killer clowns are all hell-bent in making sure that they're going to destroy everything and everyone. And I can guarantee you, no human being with a heart will ever join their side. No human being that has morals and ethics and integrity, no human being that actually has sympathy for people would ever join this group, which is the reason why I'm saying killer clowns don't even have hearts, or at the very least, if they do have one, it's definitely black for sure. They're black hearts, of course, that continue to beat with perhaps evil intentions every single time. And I'll tell you, it just makes me upset every single time I talk about this, because I understand life can get hard. I truly can understand that. I understand that there are times in life, people, of course, they hit a couple of potholes here and there. And it's not the easiest thing to come around. It's not the easiest thing to overcome, and of course, it's not the easiest thing to really beat. However, I don't think any sane person would ever turn over to the killer clowns and really agree to the fact that, okay, well, life has given up on me, so I might as well just go ahead and attack everyone and join this very, very strange, bizarre, and absolutely bloodthirsty group to take down the entire world. I don't think anybody sane would actually say that. But then again, the killer clowns are not sane. But you heard exactly what he was talking about. You heard how he sounded like. And that's the thing. I mean, these killer clowns are legitimately happy. They are very much ecstatic to be a part of this group, for them to go out there and try to even just impress everyone, at least impress those who are with killer clowns, but to also make everyone pay for their sins. At least that's how they put it. For everyone to pay for everything they've done to the killer clowns, for the humans, that is. So, listen, folks, you know, killer clowns obviously have been here for a couple of years now, but it's gotten to the point where it should be very much concerning. I mean, think about it. I mean, every single killer clown has their own story. They have a vendetta against the human race. And I can guarantee you that that fuel that they have, that hatred, will indeed fuel them through the years to make sure that they're going to commit the biggest purge in the entire world, and they're going to make sure that they're going to be successful at this as well. And I don't see any stopping with these killer clowns, and I can't stand that these guys deep down inside believe that this is the only way out. They believe that this is the only choice they have, when in reality it's not. But killer clowns seem to be very, very deep-rooted in this, and perhaps maybe they feel as if they're in a dark void. And that's the problem here. I mean, the killer clowns, you can't talk sense to these guys. So, what's going to happen on October 31st, 2024? Well, I have no idea what's going to be taking place that night. We talked about some of the tips and the advice. If you haven't got the chance to, you should watch the video, How to Survive the Killer Clown Purge. And those are some great tips on how to really stray away from from perhaps what could be the worst night of the entire year, or even the entire world, as they claim. But yeah, stray away from all the attacks and all the different incoming, well, ambushes that may be taking place from the killer clowns. We have no idea exactly what's going to take place, but again, those tips can help you out. Anyway, back to the story though. This killer clown, again, man, he sounded so lost at first, and for a moment, it's almost, and again, I want to emphasize the word moment for a moment, because for one moment, kind of actually felt bad for the guy, at least for a little bit. But then you remember after he turned into a killer clown and now he wants to harm innocent people, and all that goes away. You can never have sympathy. You can't sympathize with a person who's going to go out there and attack human beings that have nothing to do with anything, attacking innocent kids and innocent adults, of course, innocent people all over for absolutely nothing. And that's what I'm saying. These killer clowns, for me, they deserve no respect, unless if these killer clowns are going to turn right back around, and if these killer clowns are going to make sure they're going to drop as a group, and at the very least apologize for their reprehensible behavior. Honestly, I mean, these killer clowns, guys, they're not playing around. And unfortunately for me, I don't see these killer clowns really taking the step to try to change. Exactly, they want change, all right, but they don't want to change themselves. They want to change the entire world so they can have the world in the palm of their hands, and who knows exactly what they're going to be planning now whenever they quote-unquote take over the world, expected on Halloween night next month. But I mean, these killer clowns are just crazy. I mean, I might as well just say it blatantly. They're nutbags. They are. I mean, who in the world's going to go out there dressing in killer clown suits and try to scare the public, and also spreading the narrative that they have the right to do this purge and how they're going to be taking over the entire world? I mean, who in the world does that? Who in the world's going to be a part of that? I mean, it's sickening. Absolutely sickening. I mean, what has gotten to these guys? Seriously. I mean, think about it. These guys had absolutely no right? I mean, they obviously had a very tough past, and I understand that, but this is never the choice. Well, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that will be all for this video. We got the chance to obviously kind of get a perspective on the killer clown himself as to why they turn into this very, very, well, ferocious style of theirs, this ferocious character. And, you know, of course, 31st of October next month. We're just a few days away from October, but a little over a month away from the Halloween night. where the purge is expected to take place. But folks, again, everybody make sure to stay safe. As always, make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. Share the video with your families and friends, because who knows what's going to be taking place. I'd rather everyone be safe than sorry. If there's not going to be anything happening on the 31st of October, that's great. But at the very least, we're alert more than ever before. So make sure to save this, make sure to share it as well, and make sure to spread the information that needs to be spread. With that being said, everybody, I'm going to go ahead and cut it short right now. We thank you for taking the time to watch the video. Please stay safe out there. We'll catch you in the next Killer Clown Report. Exactly what's going to be taking place up next, I have no idea. We are keeping an eye close on the whole situation between the Warriors of the Night and also the Killer Clowns. But again, we're going to find out exactly what's going to transpire and unfold when it comes. Thanks for joining us, everyone. We'll see you in the next Killer Clown video.